Hello, everyone. My name's Brian. That's my brother Adam, and we are the Factional Fight Brothers. Thank you for making your way to our Patreon page, and welcome to our first bonus video. And in this video, we're going to be preparing ourselves for building our big project that we announced, our continuation of Puzzle Labyrinth in our last video, and by doing so, we're going to be making some mortar because we started adding up all of the mats that we needed, and mortar is pretty much we need infinity amount. I don't know, a lot. We will never have enough mortar, I don't think, for this project. Anyway, so stay tuned. We're going to be talking all about Wurm in this nice video, so stay tuned. Alright, so let's get this video started. I've got, of course, my sand, my clay that has 96 WOA on it, courtesy of Adam. Thank you very much for that. Right.
Yep.
No problem. And we are going to do something a little different. We are going to discuss a few topics for you guys, and we're both going to pick a side. So we're going to bring up a bunch of questions, and each question Adam is going to have a chance to answer, and then I'm going to have a chance to answer, and then hopefully you guys will comment below on your answer on what you think that the answer should be. So we prepared a list of questions, and we're just going to go through them, and we're going to have fun discussing a little bit about worms. So let's go. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Alright, let's do this. Alright, question 1. What do you think is the most useful storage item in the game, and why? Go.
Like storage container or whatever. I guess,
Yeah. Anything that stores stuff.
anything. The most useful, I would have to go with the bulk storage bin. And the reason is because it can just hold a ton of stuff. And there's very few items that you don't want to be putting in a bulk storage bin for storage. Anything that can go in there, you would put it in there. It can hold tons of items. It's constrained mostly by the volume, so large items, not so great. But for small items, it can't be beat.
But how would you transport them? You have like a ton of items in there. Like, you can't even move them. You know what? And this is why I choose the large crates, because you can store so much stuff inside of large crates, it doesn't decay on deed, and you can just pick them up and just travel with them anywhere that you want to go. And I don't think that you can beat that. Even though more stuff may fit into bulk storage bins, less stuff, you just can't move it. Like, what's the point of having thousands and thousands of things when I need to transport them slowly into a large crate just to move them to like a new area, when I can just put them in large crates, like more large crates, and just like pick them up really quickly and then go.
There definitely is a benefit to that mobility aspect, but what if you needed to move 10,000 wood scraps or 10,000 of pretty much anything that would be fitting into a bulk storage bin? You would need way too many crates to contain that sheer number of items.
That's true. But I would still say large crates for almost everything. Anyway, question 2. Are you ready?
Yep.
You know how we had tree collision in the game, like before. If you ran into a tree, if you run into a tree and you get stopped by trees, then they got rid of it.
Right.
Right? And now you can go through trees. Should they put the tree collision back into the game? Yes or no?
That's a good question. If I recall correctly, the reason why they got rid of the tree collision in the first place was it coincided with an added feature. I don't remember which one it was, but they added a feature and it caused, or they had to remove the tree collision for some reason or another, and they've always been saying there's plans to put it back in since the beginning. Should they put it back in? I'm going to side with the yes. They should put it back in. Now, I felt when they took it out that it removed a certain amount of immersion for me, because all of a sudden you can walk through trees like they were nothing, and it went from being realistic to something strange for me. So yeah, I think that they should put it back in. They've always been saying that they were going to put it back in. There was no good reason for them to take it out. So yeah, that's where I'm going to stick.
You know what? I can't say that I don't agree with you, but like, remember when trying to go through, I don't know, olive forests?
Mm-hmm.
You could get stuck so much, and
Yeah.
if they were built around your deed, let's say, you could basically get stuck within your deed if it was grown in a weird way, in like the wrong direction. You could end up getting stuck. But in saying that, everybody knows I am immersion first, which is why I would have to also agree and say they have to put it back. Like, there's no reason why they shouldn't put it back. If there's no reason why they shouldn't put it back, they should put it back, because I miss it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
More than I should.
You know, I went back to I didn't go back, but I went and played on Wurm Unlimited for a little while, and there the trees, you do collide with them.
You do collide on Wurm Unlimited?
Yeah, I know. I found it kind of strange. Like, I'm like,
I
wait,
wonder
wow.
why that they're not back. Maybe they're scared to put it back. There's like gauging what people would say. So, if anybody's listening, put it back.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. And it's okay to say that we want to put it back, because.
But
if
you don't agree, let us know. Yeah.
Sure.
Tell the devs right now, because they're probably watching the comment section. Maybe, who knows? Anyway, we both agree on something. Yay. Question 3. There you go. You ready?
I'm ready.
What would your main mode of transportation be if you had to pick one of these? Wagon or large cart? And why? And essentially, the question goes like this. If you had to jump on one, they were both ready to go, and you had to like jump on one to like travel somewhere to like a friend's deed, which one would you take? Not knowing which, like, what he really wants you to do.
I almost feel like I'd have to know what I'm about to do in order to make a choice.
Well, he's like, come over because, got some stuff here that I would like to accomplish today, and I need your help. But he doesn't say what. And you just had to pick, like, which one do you like jumping on more as an everyday sort of tool, transportation tool?
I see, as like a,
This is your preference, the thing that you would jump on.
Right. Which one would I
daily.
like have set up and ready to go and be the one main vehicle that I use? I think this one's a hard one. I think I'd have to choose wagon.
Wagon, why?
I mean, a wagon can hold so many items, so it's kind of like part of me wanting to be ready for anything that can happen. Because there's some jobs in this game where I feel like if you had a large cart and you had to do this job, like, for example, move a number of crates, or pick up rock shards after mining, or dirt after digging, these sorts of things, having a large cart is just not going to cut it. Wagon is so much more versatile in that respect. So I think I'm going to have to go with wagon in this one.
But how do you see anything on this wagon? I jump on my wagon and I don't know, I'm pretty good with directions, but I just have no idea what's going on. If I can't see around me, it's just so hard for me to figure out where to go. Like, all of a sudden, I'd be following you, let's say down a forest, and then you'd just be gone. Like, I can't look for you because I have to slowly turn the wagon around just to see,
hop off.
or hop off of it, which would even take longer. I would just, okay, I'm gonna choose large cart, obviously. It's faster, first off, requires less horses, and it's much more mobile. I can see in any direction that I want to see, so that I basically would never get lost. I never used to get lost on large carts, and I get lost on wagons. And that's why I would choose large carts.
I guess you're just gonna be useless to your friend then.
Listen, we survived large carts way before they implemented wagons to the game. We could continue to survive. There's got to be a way. Okay, I just ran out of clay, so let's do that. So as we keep going, well, let's see. Okay, so I need to drop that down. Combine.
Yeah, don't go too quickly here because you don't want to destroy that clay.
That's right. All right, we're good to go.
All right.
All right, talking about mortar, here's a great question. If you had to make 1,000 items right now of one of these, would you choose to create 1,000 bricks or 1,000 mortar? And why?
That's an interesting question. So 1,000 bricks or 1,000 mortars, I had to go make one of those options right now. I think I'd go with bricks. This one's really hard for me, but I think I'm going to go with bricks.
Yeah, okay, and it's surprising that the miner chose to go with bricks, right?
For sure, yeah. It would definitely be easier for me because rock shards are things that I have tons of already. They're just sitting around my deed. Like, I have BSBs full of rock shards. You would not, to know how many BSBs I have filled with rock shards is crazy. So for me, bricks make sense because I don't have to go and dig clay and dig sand and do all that stuff that mortar has. I just go and start cutting the bricks, which I already have the rock shards for. And I think that most people, have a bunch of rock shards just hanging around. Also, they're a little bit faster for me, I think. So, like, the time it takes to make my first brick is a little bit faster than the time it takes to make my first mortar. So yeah, that also factors into it.
And yet we've talked about this in specifically an episode called Bricks versus Mortar, or whatever we called it. And we know a couple things. One, mortar takes less actions to create. Right? Because with the sand, you only need like so much sand, like very little sand per action. And then with the clay, you get 2 per action. You get 2 clays, basically 2 weight of clays per action that you can make 2 mortar out of.
Right. So it's
in
only,
the end,
it's only 500 clay.
500 clay. Sand. Yeah. Which is, I don't need to do 1,000.
Right.
1,000 rock shards.
But
you don't have to do 1,000 rock shards.
Yeah, you only need 800 and some odd rock shards to get to 1,000. So.
Okay. And then in total, I don't know, mortar, I'm able to queue up. Look at this. I've only had to refresh the clay once since we started, and the sand, I'm just doing it now for the first time. Right. I just take out 6 sand, and then we just go. You just click the button, and I don't have to keep refreshing the rock shards in my inventory over and over and over again.
I suppose it lends itself to this show because you don't have to concentrate on what you're doing.
And isn't that what we all want in the end? To not have
watch
to
a movie.
concentrate on what we're
Watching work.
doing when we're making thousands of the same thing.
I suppose so.
You know what? And in the end, I think if you got your skills up in both, Mortar would just be faster than doing the rock shards. If we were starting everything from scratch and you had access to both.
Right, and I had to go mine the rocks.
Yeah.
And there was
mine
clay
the
and
rocks.
sand somewhat nearby.
Yeah, and then you just could do either one. I think, like, as a veteran, let's say, it becomes to the point where I would rather be making Mortar. I would get done that.
I must admit that there isn't very much difference between the two in terms of their difficulty and their time to take. Like, it's close enough that it doesn't warrant Mortar being more expensive than bricks, in my opinion, anyway.
Well, thank you. And thank you everyone for watching our video, and we're really excited to get started and to show you guys what we've been doing at the Labyrinth. Hopefully we can get this Mortar out, and by next week we'll be beginning our Labyrinth project once again. So thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you guys next week. Take care, everyone. Thanks everyone for visiting our Patreon page. We hope you guys enjoyed our video. We just want to spend a little bit of time to thank our factional fighters.
Yeah, we're gonna give a special a special shout out that goes out to Valiance and Kaylee, Daspera, Ian, Deathwind21, and Kyoko Lioness. Thank you so much for your support, and thank you to all of our patrons. Without you, we wouldn't be able to make such great videos, and thanks for all of our audience. Likes and comments that you leave mean the world to us. Thank you very much.
So thanks everyone. We'll see you guys in our next video and in Wurm Online. Take care everyone.